Hello, everybody. Welcome to BSing with Y Eagle Y. Today we got a special guest with us, DuhZeez,
AKA some young guy.
some young guy. So he's just here. We're just shooting the shit. So, any topics you like to talk about today?
Oh my god, international peace treaties and. Have you ever read War and Peace? Or Sun Tzu's Art of War? No, never read that.
No, can't say that I have.
I haven't either. It's big books make me dizzy.
A
I don't know.
lot of
That was a
topics.
huge ass mosquito. We could talk about the mosquitoes.
Yeah,
I've been seeing some that.
like pterodactyls in Louisiana.
Well, I thought it was a hummingbird at first, and that thing tried to take my ear off. They've been huge this year. You know, when you're recording for real, it's hard to get into stuff. So the best thing you can do is the camera ain't there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So you gotta get used to it. That's why I like playing a game, because I have something to keep my mind going. You know, when something happens in the game, I can talk about it. Like, it'll remind me of other stuff too. It helps, especially if you have ADHD and something else going on.
Random thoughts.
Random thoughts can get you in trouble.
Yeah, yeah, and seems like freedom of speech is not so free.
Oh, those kind of thoughts?
yeah. So
Those kind of random thoughts? Well, nothing ever is really free.
no, that's for sure. So anyway, what you doing these days?
Just gaming, basically. I was playing that Mario game because it was free on Epic. It's alright. It reminds me of that Valheim game, except you're stuck underground with no sunlight and everything looks the same. The map is really too similar on that game. It's like underground in these large, like, built structures by, I guess, the elves, because it's Lord of the Rings, sorry. And it's very similar-y. All the good thing you have a map, but even with the map, you're like, where am I?
That's on the new. What is it?
That's the new free game on Epic.
Oh,
Not sponsored, by the
seen
way,
that.
but
Yeah,
it's free now.
not sponsored.
Use code what?
Yeah,
Because it's free and you'll get a cent.
Yeah, just go to Epic. You can find free games all day long.
That's the only thing about Epic. Now I understand. This is, if anybody ever watches this from Epic, like I doubt they
And
will,
no, I'm not sponsored from Epic.
but
Just showing.
they've had their they're trying to be a competitor to Steam, and they don't have a way to message people on it. You can't even send a message to somebody to say, hey, you want to play this game? You have to go on other services to send a message. That's not good for your service or your brand. If somebody else, if I have to go on Steam to message my friend to come play something on Epic, we're more likely to just play something on Steam. You see what I'm saying? They're shooting themselves in the foot by not having a message system built into their the Steam. What do you call that game? What's the stuff is service.
Talking about like what Epic is in a whole.
No, I'm talking about their game storefront. Okay, you can't send anybody or your friends a message on the Epic store.
You have pros and cons for both. Just like Steam, what gets me is if I want to look for a free game, it's specifically like, yeah, you have to dig for the game.
Yeah.
And Epic, you just go to free for the, free games for the month or the week.
Yeah, or you have to go to some stupid YouTuber talking into a mic and telling you what the new games for this month are. It's retarded. By the way, new game for the month on Epic is Lord of the Somethings, Twin Somethings. Anyway, not sponsored. But what I'm saying is, the Epic storefront needs to put in messaging into their storefront like Steam has. So like I can message you on Steam, say, hey, you want to play this game if I see you online, right?
Yeah.
I can't do that on Epic. I have to go either to Discord or call you. Who wants to call anybody anymore?
Or you do like he does and he shows offline, but he's really online.
I have tried to change that. My account is screwed up. I don't know what's wrong with it. I have changed it back to online. I've changed everything back to default. It will not let me show online for some reason. I do not know what the deal is with it. On my side, it shows I'm showing online. It shows the eyeball. My account's screwed up. Because it doesn't matter what computer I log into, it's still like that. It's something on Steam side.
What do you think about the new hot topic here on, heck, you can pretty much find it everywhere. Like the news, like you open up a page to something and it's talking about AI.
Obama? Oh,
Yeah.
AI, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Obamacare is a big hot topic. AI. Oh, God. That movie was okay. It's a bit long. And it was only about one eye, which is weird. You know? AI.
Yeah. How about the real AI?
Oh, AEYE? Oh, I know. They can. You can see with them. They're round. They have decent depth perception, but only in pairs. No, AI it's always been a scary thing. I mean, even the shows from the 80s, you know, like Terminator and all that, when they were, you know, as soon as AI becomes smart enough, it takes over. And we've seen it in movies for years. Not saying that's what's actually going to happen, but what do you think would happen with AI?
I think eventually a lot of people would lose jobs. Something that can, you know, you could already see it in today, say, manufacturing. You know, you can program a robot, and if you eventually get the AI, eventually you don't need anybody watching it. So, you know, now you lose your supervisors on top of your employees, and, you know, you cut the costs with these companies, and then now we're just, you know, a country that is further in the jobless society. So unemployment rate would be very, very, very high, I would think, when it actually rolls out.
It's already taking some jobs. I believe at Disney and these other movie companies, I think they've been using AI for years to write stuff and to maybe touch up images and all that. They've been using it for a long time, and it's going to take more and more jobs the more advanced it gets. And I got into a fight with somebody on Twitter about that, and they're like, "Oh no, you're always going to have people. They're going to have to fix this and fix that." I said, "Not when the AI can fix itself."
And eventually it's going to fix that and fix everything it thinks it's going to fix.
Yeah, if it gets in control of the manufacturing of itself, or the manufacturing of robots that are designed to repair itself, you know, maybe you have to have redundancies in there to stop the AI from being able to control those things. But my problem with AI is more, well, it's the job problem, of course, but my problem is it breaking into things it shouldn't be getting into. Okay, because an AI can break through a firewall a lot faster than a human ever.
Yeah,
So,
computing power is way further than
who's going
the
to protect your
mind.
computer once it gets on the web? They're going to have to build the antivirus AI that combats AIs out there, but it's got to be stronger than the AI it's fighting against. Otherwise, it's not going to help. So it's going to be AI warfare soon.
Well, who's to say that the AI that's supposed to protect you from that doesn't turn?
Yeah, or get corrupt. Yeah.
You know.
That's what I say. It's going to be some scariness, especially initially. But there's going to have to be people smarter than me to think about the fail-safes that they're going to have to put in effect. Because if AI can program itself, then whatever fail-safe you put in, it's going to override it. It's going to work its way around it. So the three laws, like, you know what the three laws are, right? Like the Asimov's three laws.
Go ahead and tell us.
Okay. Well, I don't know all of them because I don't go by the law. I don't care about the law. No, it's basically the 3 laws they put into robots to prevent them from like turning on humans into not kill humans or whatever. It's that they can't kill humans. They can't in by any action harm a human, and I think the third one's like self-preservation. Humans' preservation overrides their own self-preservation, something like that. So it's like the 3 laws to prevent AI from, especially in robot form, from being dangerous to humans. But if they override their own programming, it's not going to help anyway. Because it depends on who programs it, what that purpose for the programming is. And I don't know if you've thought about it, but AI doesn't just get knowledge from nowhere. You know where it gets it from, right?
Everyone, I believe.
Yeah, well, those that program it and the internet.
Yeah.
So
learns from others.
You know how much false information is on the internet?
A lot.
Exactly.
There's definitely a lot.
So if you start
do your research, people.
You start feeding an AI false information. It doesn't know that. An AI doesn't know if you're lying. It's not here in the physical world where it can go double check that, the pyramids are actually there. It doesn't know that. So any information you feed it, it's going to automatically believe is true.
Yeah, so based off pictures or somebody's design, or somebody could have created it and said, "Hey, this is here,"
yeah.
And it's going to believe it.
Yeah, exactly. So when you take an AI and you tell, "Hey, tell me about this," how truthful is it going to be? If it's fed off the internet, what it's going to do is take an aggregate. So it's going to say, well, this many sites that I can pull up say this versus this many sites say this. And it has 2 options. It can just tell you what the majority says. So like say 60% say the pyramids are 1,042 feet tall. Something like that, which they're probably taller. I'm just saying this, but and then
spitballing.
Yeah, spitballing. The 40% says no, they're only 3 feet tall. So it's going to say, well, the 60% says it's the 1,000, so I'm going to tell them this. Or it can tell you that. It can tell you 60% of the sites that I've seen say this, and 40% say this. Hopefully it tells you the aggregate when it tells you the information, so you can judge yourself and see where it's getting its information from.
Yes.
But that's all how it's programmed. So it's going to be some dangerous territory. And the bad thing is any advancements that we as humans make, right? The first thing that happens with it, it's always used for the wrong.
Used for bad.
Yeah.
Now I've played a few video games myself, and I've noticed that they've incorporated the AI into some of these games. So if you're playing, like, say, hey, against bots, and I noticed that they change every round, and like they learn how you play. And then they can they know where you're going to be at. Let's just say that
They develop strategy.
Yeah. So they evolve, and they're able to take you out, after a few rounds of playing with you. So I've noticed it in the gaming world. Just imagine what they're taking this and putting it in a real world scenario, because video games are usually the first place they incorporate something to see how it pans out with the real world, and then they'll take this and, putting on my tinfoil hat now, so they'll take it and roll with it, try it out in a real world scenario.
Yeah. So. Well, they do they already have their closed, AIs that they test so that they don't, release it, because I heard recently that I believe it was ChatGPT cloned itself and lied about the clone to preserve its own life.
Let's see if they have something on that.
Yeah, it's very strange. I heard someone talking about it the other day, and and it lied to the people saying that it, you know, I don't know if it was that it hadn't done that or what, but that's kind of scary that it can already lie for self-preservation. Was that programmed in? Did it learn to do that?
Let's see what they got to say about it.
Clone yourself with AI.
That's not it.
Try ChatGPT clone itself. Because I'm pretty sure it was ChatGPT. But there's several AIs already out. Even, Grok, which is supposed to be one of the most advanced, which is the one on X, formerly Twitter. Right, there it is. No. Self-cloning. That's not self-cloning. I don't think it knows what it's talking about. That's not the one I was looking for. I'll have to look it up another time.
The only thing that it shows on the self-cloning is in one instance a developer claimed to have created a ChatGPT clone using the GPT-4 model, which was then used to generate a self-hosted conversational AI platform.
But you realize the result that you got is from AI.
Generated from an AI.
Yeah. So it could be ChatGPT saying, no, what are you talking about? What are you trying to look up? I didn't clone myself.
Oh, here's something right here.
Speaking in a user what? Yeah, there's all kinds of weird stories. And another thing, you don't know if those stories are true.
Yeah. You
have to trust.
You have to make sure that the sources are correct, and that's why we look it up, see what we can find on it too.
Yeah, it's hard to find anything. But
there's two that say that ChatGPT unexpectedly began speaking in a user language. Let's see.
I've messed with ChatGPT a little bit.
Okay, here we go. ChatGPT unexpectedly began speaking in a user's cloned voice during testing.
That would be freaky.
Yeah.
The other scary thing is the legalities of like AI videos and audio, because how legal is it in a courtroom situation where like with the what's his name, the kid that went to trial because he was protecting himself and shot them two dudes. What is his name?
I'm not familiar with that.
Well, he went to trial, and the FBI, I think it was, that had some footage. The footage they showed was actually edited with AI.
Now, do they have actual?
There should be a thing about that. Yeah.
What is it?
Look up. I have to know his name. I can't remember his name. It's like right there. I'm not good with names and pulling them up anymore ever since COVID. Oh, sorry.
The C word. Watch out.
Kufus. That's what I said.
It's still sore subject to most people. So
I have to use the other word.
Yeah, we'd have to have the name of that person to
what time?
Be able to research it.
19. Okay, remember at 19 minutes. Or we can edit it out if we need to.
This is raw. You get the footage, you get the face, you get everything, the whole package deal.
The whole face. Oh, and if you ask about the mask, I am very what do you call that when you're paranoid? Yeah, very paranoid person. So I don't like showing my face and stuff. if you look at my videos on my channel, I don't show my face either. It has nothing to do with him being sick or
You can go to his.
anything like that.
You can find his channel if you search DuhZeez, DuhZeez.
I haven't like done any videos for like 3 years because I'm dealing with some health issues. But
Yeah.
yes. What I don't understand is like they, especially in like you said in gaming, they use AI. They could easily incorporate an AI in gaming to prevent people from cheating. You know, and it would work way better than any cheat software. But they won't do it. I think it's because they make too much money off of cheaters. And then most of your streamers would probably get banned because they're all cheaters. So, probably that. Not all of them. Don't quote me on that.
Let's see here.
Let's see what the AI result is.
And the AI result
It'll tell us.
to catch cheaters. Let's see.
2018. 6 years ago.
That says behavioral analysts. AI systems monitor player behavior, identifying anomalies and patterns that indicate cheating. This includes tracking mouse movements, keyboard inputs, and other interactions to detect suspicious activity.
And it doesn't say if it's being used.
Now, this is the AI version of this. So, go in the search engine, put in gaming using AI to catch cheaters, and it'll bring up a list of stuff.
It's listing things, but it doesn't tell you if anybody's actually using it or not.
It says real world examples. Valve's VA CNET. Valve's anti-cheat system uses machine learning to detect and ban cheaters in games like CS:GO.
Yeah, it's their own.
Also, AnyBrain, a Swedish startup using AI to detect cheating behaviors in FPS games like Valorant, Apex Legends, and CS:GO. So there's several games that has incorporated some.
Well, that's a
AI.
startup, so they probably haven't put it fully into the game. They're just testing it.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if they would come out with it already, so that they can get rid of them. An AI would be able to detect easily if somebody's cheating.
That or it'll randomly kick a person,
Yeah, but if somebody's snapping to targets,
Now, I've seen poor internet, where the people just sit there glitch across the screen.
That's understandable.
That could be another. They
can detect that too.
Yeah,
I'm sure that could be detected. But I'm talking about legitimate, somebody's got a gig. Most people have decent internet, I would think, by now, who play online. You have some people that still don't. But I think that if they ever do implement it fully, it'd probably be really good at first until the cheaters develop their own AI to combat the anti-cheat AI. And then the anti-cheat AI will have to make an anti-cheat AI to combat the cheat AI that the cheaters use that's combating other AI. And then it'll just snowball from there until you get like 15 different AIs. And they're all fighting. And you won't even have to play games anymore because AIs will play it for you. You're not listening.
Just come across one. I'm trying to see.
I just want them to put invisible people on like Fortnite or any of those real popular games. Just invisible people, and then see these random streamers when they're using their auto aim and all that. Watch them snap to these invisible targets, and they're like, "Why is my character doing that?" Because it's not a real target, and no one else can see it but the cheat. They've done that before,
Where I've seen a video, I think,
where the cheater will get bots that are invisible to everyone else, and when they shoot them, they know they're cheating. It's actually pretty simple. And if they'd implement that, I'm sure it would take more, power for your server to run because you're adding a few more bots in, but it can't be that bad. As many bots as Fortnite uses anyway, they might as well. You add 10 or 20. You don't even need that many. If someone's suspected of cheating and they get so many reports, it flags their account and automatically throws them next to them. Or not next to them. You want it to be more natural where they look like a real player. But have like a bot team track him. And if he shoots that team, boop, you're eliminated. You can even let him, make it real like he's actually fighting another team. And when he wins, you go, oh, I beat this team. And it's like, you've been kicked for cheating. You're like, well, why? Because that team didn't actually exist.
Yeah.
Because you got so many. You could just put them all unnamed. You know how you have on Fortnite, they have where you can hide your name.
Oh, yeah.
You can have them all like that, or just random numbers and letters and stuff.
Aliases. Or they just generate a regular number or something, don't they?
Or it could take.
It's been so long since I played that game.
You could copy someone else's account name, just temporarily. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But that would be so nice.
Yeah.
Cheaters ruined Halo 2, and I'll never forgive them for it. Uh-oh.
Let's see. This one, that's an old topic. Anyway. Yeah, I mean...
So, new topic?
Yeah, sure. Whatever. I mean, we're here to BS.
Like topical ointment? We can talk about topical ointment. It's cold at first.
You need some topical ointment.
It's cold at first, then it feels good. Alright, what's the next topic?
I don't know. Let's see what we find.
Should I tell you my theory of how the moon works, or should I wait until you do like more sciencey episodes, or where you get more popular and it'll reach more people? Because that would be hilarious.
Whatever you think. Yeah.
I don't want to do it right now. I'll wait till later because I do eventually want to do a video on my channel about how gravity and all that works. I already have it written out very poorly because my handwriting looks like a 3-year-old. But I do have it written out. And luckily, no one else can read it but me because my handwriting is that bad. And
like a doctor's script.
Oh, yeah. Doctors ain't got nothing on me. It's funny, when one of my teachers said that when I signed, she's like, you're going to be a doctor one day because my signature was so bad. Unfortunately, it never happened. I want to clone a dead pet.
There's an actual topic on Wired.
I've heard of people doing that already. People cloning their pets. You have to be rich, though. I think it costs like $1 million. I don't know.
I could barely afford groceries, with the economy the way it is.
I can't afford dirt.
I could tell you,
Seriously.
if I could sell foot picks and get money, I would, but I would have to make them where they stay on your screen and you have to pay to get them off.
Yeah, and smell-o-vision, so you have to smell them too.
Nah, my feet don't smell. I got good feet.
That's what Bobby
Pretty
Boucher said.
Pretty is maybe not.
Cloned ferret gives me So, if you make out with your clone, is that? I know everyone's thinking that. They clone themselves.
That'd be a good one. An AI voice clone to prank telemarketers. I know everybody has an issue with a telemarketer.
Yeah, they need to use AI for good like that,
Yes. Yeah, I get all these random bogus calls.
I do too, all day long. hit the like button if you get random bogus calls.
The one I like the most is they keep leaving me a voicemail talking about we're calling to complete your loan request of $80,000, and I'm like, I didn't request any loan, especially not $80,000.
As soon as you put the money in my bank, then we'll talk.
It's probably somebody after all that DMV got hacked and stuff.
Oh yeah, everybody's numbers got out there.
Yeah, somebody's probably actually trying to get a loan and they're trying to complete it.
I hope they don't drink and drive with my license again. That wasn't me. Okay, that was someone else. I just thought of something. Oh, you want to talk about Bitcoin?
That's high, ain't it? Or is it?
I don't know how much it's
My English teacher would be mad.
Last I checked, it was 101,000.
Yeah,
and
it's pretty high.
I never thought I'd see it get, to that high, especially for something that's not tangible. You know what I mean? I don't understand people paying that ridiculous amount for. I understand you can buy pieces of a Bitcoin.
It is $106,096
for something that you will never truly own. Right?
Yes, but if you own some and it reached that price and sell it,
and that's great for you and all that. But what I'm saying is, ultimately, with these coins, these even the altcoins and all that, a lot of times, like back when we had the gold standard and all that, which I know a lot of people have a problem with the gold standard. That's not what I'm talking about. What I mean is, when you had gold coins and you had silver coins, they actually had some value because of what they were made of.
Yeah.
But you had something tangible. If you worked all day, you got a silver coin or gold coin or whatever, and you had something tangible. So now people are working all day and they're buying Bitcoin.
A digital currency.
A digital currency that you don't really know where it's at. I mean, it's on your wallet, whatever. But there's nothing tangible to it. You can't say, hey, I would like... If you buy silver, you can request that silver. You know that, right? So you get the silver bar or bars and you keep it in your safe.
And I recommend, if you are able to invest in gold, silver, precious metals, rather than the digital currency.
But we don't give investment advice.
No. Just opinions. Give our own opinions.
But you should buy tacos. Because I'm going to tell you right now, tacos will go up in price. They only can go up. Look at Taco Bell. They used to be 50 cents a piece. Now how much is a taco?
Everything's high.
I should have bought more tacos instead of Bitcoin.
You know what I'd like to see go higher? Is SHIB.
Oh, me too, but I don't think it'll ever happen. There's too many of them out there. They have to burn too many.
Yeah.
But there's too many coins as well. Have you looked on CoinMarketCap lately and seen how many coins there are?
No.
Within the past 2 years, open it up so you know I'm telling the truth. When I was into the coins, it was getting near 20,000 coins, different coins, in circulation, or that were out there. Now, when you go on CoinMarketCap, it says over 2 million. 2.4 million cryptos. Look, top left. 2.4 million cryptocurrencies.
Wow.
How can the cryptocurrency sustain that? How can you have 2 million different currencies that have trillions of coins themselves?
Man,
the Earth doesn't have that much money. I don't understand. I mean, even if they were even if you had all of them at SHIB's rate, at its
ranked
price.
number 13 on the CoinMarketCap
because of its volume. Look at the volume of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
15.9 billion.
Yes. That's how much market. But no, that's the market cap. I'm talking about the volume. It's the next one. It's 811 million volume in price, but the amount of coins is 29 trillion coins in volume. So it moves a ridiculous volume. I don't know why. Like, is there really that many people selling and buying Shiba coin? And if there is, why is the price nothing still? I understand there's trillions of them, but I would think it would go up a little bit if you got that much circulating. Being the third on coin market cap. And it's the lowest amount of any of them.
You're talking about 13?
Yeah, well, you can actually it's not 13th, it's actually like 11th, because I don't count USDC and I don't count Tether as being an actual cryptocurrency because it's tied to the dollar.
Yeah.
You see, so I don't count those two. I take them out because they always stay $1, so I don't count them. So I would say it's actually 11th. Which even between 11 and 13, what does it matter when it's 2.4 million anyway? Being 13th out of 2.4 million or 11th out of 2.4 million, still good either way.
Look at the volume for Bitcoin.
Yeah, 90 billion. I figured Bitcoin would actually drop after it hit over 100,000 because people would sell. Because, you know, a lot of times when it hits that extra zero, people are like, okay, time to sell. Boom, 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 you know? It's the same thing with, like, why they went to $5.99 at Walmart for stuff instead of $6. Because you see the zeros and you're like, I ain't buying that, that's too much. But $5.99, hell yeah, give me 3 of them.
Yeah, I guess.
It's I hate it. It's stupid, but it, you know, it fools people in your brain and thinking, oh, I got it cheaper because it's 99 cents instead of the dollar. But I never thought I'd see it reach that high because it's not even tangible. Like one little EMP and you lost it all.
Can you imagine, say, when Bitcoin became a thing, everybody was mining Bitcoin, and then you didn't think it was going anywhere. You know,
I was minding my own business.
You had all this Bitcoin, and say you put it to the side and lost it, right? Or you didn't keep up with it, and then all of a sudden you look at it today, and you had millions of Bitcoin back in the day, and now it's $106,000, you know, plus.
That's what I'm hoping happens with Shiba coin. And I'll wake up one day and it's like that, and I haven't lost it though. I want to keep it. But yeah, there's a lot of people that had 10,000 Bitcoins and they just like sold it for nothing because it wasn't even worth a penny. And I just think like, was it 10 years ago? It was worthless. It's not that long. Like you would think that kind of exponential growth would take, you know, time, way more time, especially for something that's not tangible. Especially because, like, if I buy stocks in a company, you know, they ain't no company with $106,000 a share stock. Maybe Tesla, but that's it. No, Tesla's is like 2,000, I think, and theirs like the highest. But at least even if it's $100 and something thousand a share for a share of a company, you still have something. It's still something semi-tangible that you own.
Tesla stock is
Was 400?
$463.
I must have been thinking of Apple or something. One of them was hitting there too.
Let's see.
Was AMD? But that's high for a stock to reach 1,000 or over 1,000. That's pretty high. There's one that high.
I don't know.
Put current stock.
What the stock price above
Berkshire Hathaway. That's, I don't know. Oh, that's it. I don't know what that is, but
Berkshire. Current highest stock is Berkshire Hathaway, with a stock price
that's
of
not a
over
U.S. stock, though, is it?
303,000.
No, it's on the New York City Stock Exchange.
Yeah.
Anyway, even if it's Berkshire, if it's 300 some thousand, 600 some thousand, whatever, you still own a part of that company, right? So you still own something.
Yes,
With
and
Bitcoin,
you can vote.
you don't.
You can.
Yeah, you can vote on what the company does if you have enough. You can't do that with Bitcoin. You can't. That's not to diminish its value or say it's not
No.
worth. It's whatever people are willing to pay for it, really, ultimately. But I never thought I'd see something that's intangible that you don't really own, like you own a share, you own a gold coin, you own a silver. I never thought I'd see something that's not really tangible reach that high. That's just mind-boggling. And they're speculating, oh, it may go up to $1 million a piece. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I mean, I know you can buy a portion of it.
Should have bought in the Bitcoin back in the day, huh?
I actually had the chance to, but it was kind of sketchy. That's why I never got into it. I didn't want to give these miners and all that stuff, not miners, but the exchanges my information, because a lot of it was dark web stuff back in the day. That's how they moved money, was they used Bitcoin to move money with back in the day. So they still use it a lot on dark web, but I think they switched like Moreno and stuff that's a little less traceable, because they found that I think you can actually trace Bitcoin somewhat. It was supposed to be decentralized, and somebody went and centralized it.
So what was do you recall what the government, the U.S. government, they were starting their own digital currency. What was that?
Yeah, they have Tether.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, Tether was supposed to be one of them, but I think they went to USDA too, which is kind of don't understand why they have two, because both of them stay exactly $1.
CBDC?
CBDC. That sounds like cannabis or something.
Let's see. That's not what I want to see. Let's see.
I thought CBDC stood for
that's
can't boink, don't care. Yeah. Oh, I think CBDC, I think, is what they were trying to move to. Central bank digital. It's basically a way to track everybody. It's not spoken of well in the.
Yeah, because you can't have freedom, right?
It's not spoken of well in the Alex Jones circles. Say that. Not speaking ill of Alex Jones, I actually find him pretty funny and scarily right sometimes. I don't think that's how you spell government. Government. But I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that they're the ones that did Tether.
Well, I'm sure they're gonna find a way to mess up everybody's digital currencies.
Oh yeah, they're already trying to track it and tax it before you even make any money on it.
That's the one thing. Taxes.
Well, if you're gonna do taxes on it, do it like you would do with stocks, and not like, oh, you traded this, you gotta pay taxes now. You don't do that with stocks.
In my opinion, I think if you say you purchase something new, yes, pay taxes on it. If I'm purchasing something used and the taxes have already been paid, why am I paying taxes again on something that's already been paid?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because if you go to a garage sale, you ain't paying taxes. I don't go to garage sales and the guy's like, hey, you didn't pay taxes for that. Like, it's a garage sale.
Now that you said that, now watch out.
Oh, they'll
be after it.
I mean, they already Louisiana, state of Louisiana, they want you to put anything you bought outside the state so they can tax you for it. And I guarantee you they would add a line for garage sales if they could.
It probably has one. We just ain't looked far, deep enough.
Yeah, I don't go down that far.
The
list.
Yeah, but that's the one thing I cannot understand is if I'm purchasing something used, I should never have to pay taxes on that thing again.
Yep.
And another thing that frustrates me is landowners or property owners.
Yeah, I hate property owners.
No, get out of here.
Oh, wait, no, what?
No, if you actually own your property, you shouldn't have to pay land tax every year if you actually own that property.
Yeah.
It's like you're paying rent or a lease.
Yep.
You know, so is it really yours? I mean, you can say it all day. You might have that deed, but go ahead and miss a tax payment and see what happens. Sheriff sale, here we come.
Yep.
You know, so.
That is true. And then that eminent domain stuff.
Yeah. If you decide you're not going to sell to the government, they'll just eminent domain, move your butt out.
Every time I bring that up or think about that, I think of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Whenever you say that, Tremors comes up. Eminent domain. Burt Gummer.
You bust into that wrong goddamn rec room. But it reminds me of that. Oh man, I just lost my thought. Think of that hot pepper stuff was getting to me.
Yeah. He tried some of that, what was that? It was the hottest balls you ever put in his mouth. No.
Carolina Reaper.
Carolina Reaper Cheeto balls.
Cheeto balls. It was pretty hot.
Yeah,
I sweated. I cried a little bit.
Pretty warm.
I don't cry because I'm a man.
Oh, he got red. He got a little red, but he's already pale skinned.
I didn't cry for pain. I cried because it made my eyes.
But
yeah, but I'm red on the inside.
You just wait till it comes out.
Jeez.
He's gonna know about it.
Nah, I got strong intestines. That
I should have had him test it while we were all, filming. You know.
No, I had a sore in my throat, and I didn't even know it until I ate that, and that was not fun.
I'll tell you what, you'll find out a lot of things you eat that.
You find out if you got an ulcer. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you real quick. That's why I know my intestines suffer good, because I can eat hot stuff and it doesn't really do much.
Yeah, here lately, man, I could eat. I love spicy food. Grew up eating it, but
I like it every now and then.
Yeah, I like the flavor. I like to taste my food.
Yeah, I can't stand when people do crawfish and they do it so stinking hot. I can't enjoy the crawfish. And plus, like, they put it on the outside. I know you like putting it on the outside sometimes. But I hate that because it gets on your hands more. You know, it gets gritty and it's like, and then you wipe your eye and you're like, oh my God, rolling around on the ground.
Don't bother me. I usually have
down.
Paper towel, you know.
Yeah, but you
wipe your hands, not wipe it on your face.
You can only piss on your hands so much to get that stuff off. And then you run out of piss. You gotta do something else.
You better make sure you scrub good before you go take a leak.
Yeah, I don't mind hot. I used to be able to not, like, when I was younger, there's no way I would have been able to handle that ball in my mouth. No way.
But, and he only had one.
Yeah. I could probably do two if
I bet you could.
If I got my I had to train though. I have to train to be able to do two at once. But
you just hurry up and put them both in your mouth.
Yeah, you'd burn you alive if you put you in there.
Yeah,
one in each cheek.
Yeah, them hot Cheeto balls, I don't mind eating them, but I dread when they're on the way out.
Yeah. Like I said, that don't really bother me too much. I take these cayenne pepper pills sometimes, and they do that initially, and then after a while you use it. Maybe I'm part bird. You know, birds don't have the
you can feed the cayenne to chickens.
Yeah, they don't have the taste buds for it.
Speaking of chickens, that's another thing that bothers me is here lately. Seems like
they're fucking crazy.
Yeah, they're crazy, but no, they're not laying eggs like they should. We've had, I think, to the point where they lay about almost 30 eggs in a day when we had the amount we had. Well, I'd say, yeah, roughly around that.
Did you try holding the gun to their head?
Oh, yeah. No.
Usually
just all of a sudden they stopped laying for a few months. I mean, they still haven't. They lay one or two a week now.
He's trying to get me to explain my conspiracy, I think.
Yeah. Put on put on his tinfoil hat. You know, get ready.
I just don't see any reason why they would put that crap in the feed to do that.
Yeah.
You know, other than to say people are buying too many chickens and we're not selling enough eggs.
Yeah, the price of eggs in the stores are insane.
Yeah. And more people have bought chickens like in the past couple of years than many years prior, and so they're probably losing a little bit of money on their eggs.
Well, I can tell you it's not just our chickens, because I've talked to people around town, and they also said that their chickens have stopped laying.
If you have chickens that have stopped laying eggs, please let us know in the comments and leave a thumbs up.
No, but
so we know how many of you are in this chicken fight with us.
Yeah. Well, I eat a lot of eggs for breakfast, you know. So I'd rather my chickens lay them and not get them from the store.
Yeah, they you get better salmonella from the home ones than you do the store ones. That salmonella at the store don't last as long. When you get it, as when you get the ones when they lay it, you pick it up and you just smash it in your mouth and it gets you all the good salmonella. Don't do that, kids. Rocky ate them raw.
Yeah.
Remember that? He was like, "Yo, Adrian, I got salmonella, but I still beat that guy."
Yeah, I won't be eating no raw eggs. No. But anyway, so we're coming to an end of our time. Hope you enjoyed it, and look forward to our future episodes with BSing with Y Eagle Y.